Hey everybody, David Ellefson from Megadeth here, and here to talk about my new Jackson signature bass. I started using Jackson basses back in 1987. I actually got my first Jackson bass. I tried it out actually at the Guitar Center location in Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard. I walked in, picked one off the rack, plugged it in, my tone was born. So I've been using a variety of different Jacksons over the years. The new signature series that I have is actually based off of the custom shop versions that we did 2 years ago in 2010 when Megadeth did the 20th anniversary Rust in Peace tour. The new import series is a very affordable, very fast-playing bass that is pretty much identical to the custom shop. We put in the EMG HZ pickups. It's a bolt-on version rather than the neck-through, which is what the custom shop is. We kept a similar electronic setup, put in a nice heavy mass bridge, and it's essentially the same type of bass that I play on the stage when I'm on tour with Megadeth. What drew me to the bass guitar is I started playing when I was 11 years old, and the music that I was hearing on the radio was stuff like Kiss, Styx, Sweet, things like that. A lot of stuff off of WLS AM radio out of Chicago. I grew up over in rural Minnesota, and for whatever reason the bass just spoke to me. And then I got a Bachman-Turner Overdrive record called Not Fragile, and I opened it up, and inside the bass player, C.F. Turner, had his big old bass and the strings were fat. It just looked cool. It was definitely a very manly instrument. And as it turns out, there weren't very many bass players where I grew up, so I ended up getting a lot of calls to play with a lot of bands and do a lot of stuff because I happened to be one of the only bass players, and because I was passionate about it, I actually got quite good at it. Now, one of the things that, for me playing in rock and roll bands is I started playing with a pick, mostly so I could start to really get a sharp tone. And it puts a nice point on it, helps me have that nice bottom end to attack with the drums. And in Megadeth, once we started writing the songs and putting together the groove back in 1983, I found that the pick gave me a really nice precision to my playing, much more so than fingers, so I could play lines along with the guitars like. I could very much play the exact same riff as the guitar, yet I could still have it sound like a bass. Really, to me, being a fan of the bass, being a fan of music, and really just enjoying this whole thing from that passion that I had when I was just a kid and I looked at rock and roll and was excited, I try to maintain that. So we played some great shows, Rock in Rio 1991, we played the Download Festival, we played clubs that are amazing. And so I think rather than trying to look at any one or two events, I just try to be in the moment and enjoy the process.